Bruce Yamron, the American. We've seen him before. We'll see him again, but he's short stacked now with under 200,000. And this is young Danny McHugh, who he was very patient, and now Parg seems to have picked up a few chips up to about 300,000. And in seat number 7, Glenn McCabe with 300,000, another Irish fella. And rounded out the table, it's Paul Dooley, the Paddy last qualifier, with over $500,000. He's come on, making this table very tough. 8 here, 9 there, and they'll be playing down to the final.
Thank God for that.
Well, the cards are about to be dealt. 17 left, Bar again. This is the real nitty-gritty, isn't it?
Well, we're getting right down there, Jesse. This is where everything you've learned, everything you've dreamt about is on the line.
4 Irishmen out of the 8 at this table. And that's about what the event is. Half Irish, half outsiders. And Melwani here. But the blind's going up. He's got 200,000, Parg. What do you think his intentions are going to be?
Pass.
Well, you know, it gets tough at this stage of the tournament. You know, you've got to stop thinking about getting to the final table and start thinking about getting to the final table with some chips.
Not a huge raise. Up to 35,000, and McCabe with 2 overcards. He's got a couple of ways to play this.
Call.
Enough for Dooley. And DeWolf has had 1.5 million. He could afford to call with a lot of hands here, Parg, to peel off a flop.
Certainly with this one. I think. What do you give the man who has everything? More. Well, if he's going to pick his nose first and then make a decision, pretty sure what it's going to be. You know, it's not fair. This guy's good enough without the card. When you give him the cards, it's
raised to 125,000.
Well, a very polite raise from DeWolf. 125 to play, which is an all-or-nothing decision, basically.
25.
For Danny McHugh. Glenn McCabe has more options. It's about 90,000 on McHugh. I mean, he's got around 250 right now sitting there. Is there any argument for calling to see if he hits a 5, or is it all in or nothing?
I think it's all in or nothing. He's got a. Luckily for McHugh, he's got enough chips that he can pass this and not be left naked. You know,
you were talking about the squeeze play earlier, Parg. Could these guys think that's in effect here?
It certainly could. If I was sitting in McHugh's position, I'd be assuming that the Wolf didn't have anything as powerful as F2 Queens and stick it all in at the 2 5s, but that might explain why I'm in the commentary box and not down there.
Oh.
McHugh has shown good discipline and patience thus far in the tournament, and it serves him well here, folding up shop. But it's 90,000 on McCabe. And the problem with ace-jack, Parg, is he could hit his ace and still be in trouble.
All in?
You know, the thing I like about no, you can't fault McCabe for this. You know, the Wolf has been running all over this table. McCabe has got every justification in thinking that this is an all-in. The Wolf will pass and we'll get on with the next hand.
I think there's no chance that DeWolf is going to fold here, Parg. But the good news for McCabe is that his ace is live, and this man from Lurgan just needs to catch a card here to have a massive stack.
No, I like the way McCabe has played from what we've seen. He seems to be a pretty cool customer.
He really does.
Bit of a lesson there for beginners. You know, he does stop and think before he acts.
And there's the ace! Lurgan with the long call to because, and unless the queen comes, Parg, the dynamics of this table are going to change.
Well, this could be the first hit we've seen the Wolf take today.
Just in case one wasn't enough, 3 aces. And smile.
That's the first time he smiled all day.
You mentioned he is a cool customer. Look at that. He didn't pump his fist. He didn't do a lap of the table. He's just smiled, kept his head down, and taken the chips. But you know he must be pumping on the inside. Looking at that again, just because you're beat before the flop doesn't mean the bullets can't hit the board. Bam, bam, flop and river, and 3 aces beating aces up. And DeWolf a slight setback, but for McCabe, huge second life.
You know, one of the big secrets of tournament poker is that you got to be able to take the punches, come back stronger. That's the theory.
McCabe's folded out of turn here. That's binding, but Danny McHugh has a little more information now.
Paul Dooley he's drawn the short straw here, in that he's the guy that got the seat nobody wanted. The one just to the right of Roland DeWolf. You know, and the last place you want to be in a poker tournament is to have the chip leader and a very aggressive player on your left, because it certainly limits your options.
We saw the Fox Bill O'Keefe in a similar spot earlier today, and he reacted to it by making fewer raises, and when he did come into the pot, he came in rather strong. The raise this time, 50,000, quickly called by Milwani with a much better hand.
Well, this is interesting. Like, we've seen Milwani go all in with the ace-jack against Ronald DeWolf, but Paul Dooley's a different kind of customer, so, you know, you got to treat different customers differently in this game.
And now that they've both missed, a huge opportunity for Dooley to win with the worst of it. And, they say position is important, but
sometimes in Ireland it can be more important to get the first bite at the pot.
First chance to bluff. Although Dooley there, that could be surrender, that tap of the table. And Milwani will treat it as such.
75,000.
Of course, the double-edged sword is that Dooley may do the check raise, or is that a little bit too much here with ace-10?
I don't think he's going to do that, Jesse. He doesn't have enough information now. You know, because, you know, there is a chance that Milwani has called with, you know, a hand like maybe a pair of eights, which he wanted to see the flop, which would have to leave the ace-10 in an awful lot of trouble.
He'd in fact have to have a dead read of weakness to make anything.
You'd have to have a good look at Milwani's cards. Oh my God.
No. No, I don't believe it. This is just...
I'll believe it when I see it.
This will be just sublime.
Oh my God!
Wow!
What a play from Dooley!
Holy cow! Park, explain the quality of this.
This is unbelievable. This guy's an online qualifier. He's at the last 2 tables in the Irish Open. There's over 2 million. There's over 2 million in prize money, and this guy has made a play that takes so much heart and so much courage that, you know, one of the best players in the world would be delighted if he'd done this.
He's check raising with a hand. He could be drawn dead here. Milwani could have something huge. And it's not even a huge raise, which looks stronger, Park, isn't it?
You know, it's a fantastic play from Dooley. It takes a lot of heart to do this. You know, it may look easy if you're sitting at home or if you're playing on the computer or something to make a move like this, but to sit down in the glare of the TV lights and check raise a guy who's just called your raise before the flop, I mean, that takes heart, a special kind of heart. Good luck to him.
Well, this could be a champion in the making. His heart is already made, Paul Dooley. And with that, Park, nothing